TIFU by matching with my homophobic uncle on Grindr. So I have an uncle, we will call him Jay, who has always been very vocal about his disapproval of my sexuality. There is not a family gathering that goes by where he doesn't say something ashalish about homosexuality or me specifically. Well, this weekend in between family gatherings I was looking to meet somebody. I started chatting with an older man, because that's how I roll. A lot of older guys don't like to show their faces, because they aren't out, so I don't think much of it when he doesn't show me his face. We actually hit it off great, and after receiving a few pics I wish I could unsee, and sending a few I wish I could take back, we decided to meet up for, well, you know. So I'm at this coffee shop down the street waiting for my man to show up, and you know who walks in. It is at this moment I realize I've been flirting with my gay-hating closeted uncle. He tried to play it off like a random encounter, but I wasn't letting him get away with that. After some pressing he finally admits that he is the man I've been talking to, and I told him I don't judge him, like he does me. He apologized for the hurtful things he said to me over the years. He kept talking with me, like he was still interested, and I had to make it clear that was not going to happen. I had to get up and walk out, and after multiple texts from him, I had to go ahead and block his number. I can't believe this guy had the nerve to judge me and treat me like less of a human being all these years, when he's a total creep and a massive hypocrite. Always get a face pic, people. TL, doctor, chatted and eventually met up with a potential hookup that turned out to be my homophobic uncle. Should have insisted on the face pic. Edit, yay, this blew up, too much to respond to, but I'll answer some pressing questions. I did, in fact, send a face pic, so he did know who I was. It is pretty disturbing to say the least. As far as blackmail goes I have everything saved, but I don't plan on doing anything with it as I think that could actually put me in danger. This man obviously has more problems than any of us could have known. Edit 2, this was fake. Reddit is gullible, and I fucking hate TIFU. It's all fake stories just like Twark's chromosomes. Get baited. Amma. It's not incest if you say no chromo. Take your silver, lol'd hard. Whoa, my first precious metal. Thanks stranger. No chromo. I'd love to get an update on how the next family gathering is going, and if he changed his behavior. As long as he doesn't make some accusation to direct attention away from himself. All Lop has to do is take screenshots. Honestly, this isn't a fuck up, the situation just cleared itself up pretty nicely. Op said his uncle never sent face pictures, so it's really he said here. He also has texts. Even post-meeting texts where he still tried to hook up. And an identifiable phone number. The uncle still being interested after the big reveal is the best part here. Explains the negative attention. I wonder how much homophobia bullying is secretly I fucking hate that I'm attracted to you. I'd send not like I'm attracted to you or anything, be backer. It's Sundeer Uncle Senpai. Edit, not Yandir yet, uncle haven't tried to murder Op. Not a web, but I'm pretty sure that's Sundeer. Not a spider, but I believe it's weeb. But unless the nephew also didn't have a profile pic then there was no big reveal on the unc's side. Even grosser. Yeah, that's the insane thing. Makes me question the reality of this story, no offense Op. Why would your uncle who is manifestly homophobic and bullies you deliberately set up a fuck date with you? As the uncle, how would you imagine this would go? Doesn't make a lot of sense. On the other hand, if it is real, it is even wilder. It's very possible he didn't send a picture of his face to his uncle before this. People meet up without seeing each other's face? Seriously? I think you're underestimating how easy and quick it is to get laid on Grindr. The closeted part ain't weird, the "are we still doing this" attitude is. Yeah, it's strange how people are focusing mostly on that. I think the weirdest part is he wanted to fuck his nephew. If it's good enough for the Queen of Dragons, it's good enough for me. Game of Thrones really normalized incest porn for me. I was far more disturbed by Cersei and Euron than I was by Cersei and Jaime. I was told there'd be elephants. I wanted those elephants. So, do you not show your face on your profile either? Is it all shadows and weird angles? Edit, I was asking, because the op explicitly states that the guy he matched with didn't show his face, because it's pretty typical for older dudes not to show their face. That statement implies that op did show his face, which is why I was wondering. This story takes on a pretty different tone if op's uncle matched with him and saw his face in his profile and still went through with it anyway, as I inferred he did from that sentence. Yeah, this sounds sus. Somewhat similar to the cousin one a week or two ago too. And the ran into my sister after setting 3 AM alarm to whack it one yesterday. As someone who was out at a youngish age, 14 over 15, I've been surprised quite a few times after matching with dudes on Tinder who were somewhat homophobic in high school. Not bullies by any means, but you could tell they were clearly uncomfortable with someone being out in public. At first I thought it was absolutely hilarious, until I met one of the guys a few years later at a bar. He came up to me, mostly sober haha, and gave me the most heartfelt speech about how he wished he could have shown his true self to the world, how much time he wasted trying to craft an image that didn't exist, etc. It was extremely sweet, and we talked about how being cool in high school was essentially being broadly accepted by most people, and agreed that having people love you for who you are is the coolest thing you can do. We still talk once in a while and sometimes ask each other for advice. 2 days ago I went to the gas station near my house and a dude that was an asshole from high school works there now. Well, dude's transgender now, and was nice to me while I was there. You don't match with people on Grindr, though. How does Grindr work if no matching? Is just chat/forum based or something? Edit, BTW, genuine question. There's a grid of naked torsos sorted by distance, and you can message any of them. This is my favorite answer. No change. He's just going to claim that he signed up so he could keep tabs on all the gays and their agenda. I sent them pictures of my dick to really seal the deal. Yeah, no, I don't see that working. Ha ha ha, I tricked the dumb gays into being gay by looking at my dick. Next time I'll probably give some of them blowjobs to really show them. My last boss literally told me a story about this and I'm like, who was the joke on?